Hello, my name is Kirk, and this is a Pokemon Yellow version. I've watched a few people make some of these walkthroughs, so I'm just going to walk through all the Pokemon games. That is just Generation 1 to 5, and then go through a few ROM hacks, which are fun for me. So we'll try these out, and hopefully it'll go good. I made a few little cheats along the way. I'm picking 6 Pokemon for each generation, and with the requirement that the average of each generation is 520. So what I do is I go to Beacon.com or PokemonDB.net and just sort of find Pokemon that load in there. So if I pick Mewtwo, for instance, his total is 680, which means the second Pokemon that I have to pick would be something a lot weaker. So the average is 520 per Pokemon. If you're wondering, normally starters are about 535 or 540, so I would have to be weaker than starters to begin with. Evolutions, or whatever you want to call them, are 520, so or 525. So you couldn't even have just a team of evolutions to go there. So just for putting my name in here, my name's Kirk. My brother's name is Craig, so he's going to be the bad guy here today. And C-R-A-I-G. And just while I'm typing this in, one of the other things I'm going to do is Gen 1, I'm not going to cheat on the moves, but Gens 2 to 5 and then the 3 ROM hacks I'm going to give 4 fake moves to people, and we'll go from there. So let's enjoy. Hope you guys enjoy, have some fun. And here's the start of Pokemon Yellow. I've never actually played this game before. I played Pokemon Blue quite a bit when I was younger when it came out, but I've never actually played Pokemon Yellow, so we'll see how it goes. So once I get some Pokemon, I'll get all the rest of my team, which we'll see what they are in a little bit, but let's just start off here and enjoy the game. Right, all boys leave home someday, it says so on TV. So let's go next door, just like in every game. This Yellow, when it came out, had improved graphics over the first ones, and they're not great obviously here, but if you're thinking back, this was on the original Game Boy, so this is because to be on the, I don't even know what the second one after that would be, Game Boy Advance maybe. So the graphics were a little bit improved, there's a little bit of variety in color, and you'll see that when we start doing battles. So of course, you know, they're going to show the first battle, and what's it going to be? Oh, it's a Pikachu here. So again, I haven't played this one, so I don't know, but I assume it's going to try and follow the storyline of the I don't know if it's the anime or whatever the TV show was, which I loved, by the way. It was really good. So check out the original if you could. That was very popular back in the mid-90s or late 90s, I guess it might be, and hopefully you got a chance to see them. So anyway, Professor Oak there grabbed a Pikachu and saved me from it, I guess, and we're in the lab. So the general story here so far is that we're Oak is related to Craig, and I'm just like a 10-year-old boy, I guess, trying to start playing Pokemon. So here we go. So I'm recording the voice after this, as you can tell here, so I might lower the speed of the talking, because can't really do much for voiceover because it's a little bit too fast to go here, so you can fix that up maybe for the next one. Also, this is sort of a journey in video editing for me, as I haven't really done much. My profession is I'm a high school teacher, but video editing is something I do. I do some video lessons for my classes, but they're pretty just sort of copy and paste, so maybe just to add a little bit of them. So just as far as the way I play this game, I've played Generations 1, 2, and 3 pretty heavily. 6 and 7, I wouldn't say I'm an expert or anything, but I played it sort of regularly. And so I know type matchups, I know what moves are good, I know what move sets for people and all this sort of stuff. So I have a decent idea. If you have any suggestions for things I could do different or better, please feel free to let me know. And here's my first battle against Craig. So he gets an Eevee, and I have my Pikachu here, so I only have one move. Well, I guess I have Growl. So, but let's see what happens here. I'm gonna just keep hitting him with Thunder Shocks, and he's going to be using Tail Whip. So I'm hoping that I can take him out here before he gets me, but we'll find out there. Okay, so let's... wow, that was pretty... the critical hits here are pretty intense. The other thing to remember about Gen 1 is that the reason I didn't put any fake moves in Gen 1, didn't add any anything to my Pokemon, was some of the moves are powerful enough, right? Like, Wrap is pretty deadly, Toxic, deadly. I didn't even pick any Psychic Pokemon, or any Psychic Pokemon, because they were very OP in the first generation here, so we'll see. We'll meet my team in a little bit, but we'll just continue on here. So I beat my rival, and I have my Pikachu, so... And this is a little neat feature that I found here. You can talk to your Pikachu to see how he feels, and of course, he's pretty grumpy to start off there, it looks like, so... but... I mean, Pikachu at the time, when this Gen 1 started, Pikachu was definitely the main selling point, and as you can see from all the things here. So I'm just going to sort of wander around and try and make it to the first town. Once I get to the first town, I can get some Pokeballs, and then I will get the rest of my official team. I'm going to get like sort of low level, level 2 or 3 of the rest of my team, and then we will see how far we can get here in episode 1. So here we go, my first, I guess, second real battle with Pikachu. I hope he got healed up after that first battle, which luckily he did somehow, so we don't really have that much variety of moves. That's one of the difficulties of Gen 1, that it's, you can at most have probably 2 types of moves. There weren't a lot of moves in Gen 1. I mean, there were at the time, it seemed, but like when you look at now, they add probably about 50 or 100 moves every generation, right? So there's lots of moves now. There were no abilities in Gen 1, no held items, no 2-on-2 team, you know what I mean? Nothing like that. So it just, everything's one-on-one battle. So in Gen 1, sort of this powerhouse Pokemon were Mewtwo, of course, was dominant. There was no Dark, there was no Steel, nothing was resistant to Psychic, so it pretty much bowled over everything, and his special attack and special defense for 1 stat. So Mewtwo definitely bowled over anything. If I remember correctly, the legendary birds were pretty powerful too. Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno. I have none of those Pokemon. I did, of course, well, we'll take a look in a little bit. Maybe I won't spoil what my team is right now. Other powerful Pokemon from then, Jolteon was good, I think. Probably Dragonite. I'm thinking back to you, but I don't think he was even possible to really get. By the way, I'm ecstatic. I got my Pokeball for Pokemon Eevee, so I haven't actually opened up yet, but apparently I should get Mew, and I've been waiting for 20 years. I was telling my daughter that 25 years, I guess, since I first played this game to get a Mew, and I'm going to have the opportunity. So we're going into the Poke Center here and healing up. If you haven't played this game before, again, you can heal your Pokemon for free. This is sort of hit points. It takes no time, which is great. So I think the way the strategy normally goes at the beginning is you have to get a present for Oak or a parcel from Oak or something, and then come back to Palatown, drop it off, and then you get some Pokeballs and start catching Pokemon. Now again, my strategy, I've looked at the way some of these other people have done these, and they run from everything and all that. I fight every fight. I can't ever really I can't ever really think of fights that I like in the wild that I don't do. If I happen to die or have to return to town, so be it, right? But I'm not going to run to get through this. So some of the battles, I'll have to decide if I'm going to speed the battles up for this future episodes or what. But we'll see how the pace of this goes. I'll watch it over, and if the battles are too slow, I can try and speed those up, and we'll try and do that. So So we got Oak's Parcel. We're gonna talk to this guy. I turned him down the first time, but I guess I will find about the different poison Pokemon. Gen 1, like mostly generations have a forest or something, so a fire Pokemon can help early on just going through with the bugs, or a bird maybe can help just going through with the bugs. After I said I fight every fight, here we go, trying to avoid every fight, because I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this Pikachu or not long term, so I just sort of want to run here back to town as quickly as possible, and you know, get my team going, right, so I can use them. So a lot of Pidgeys on here, which makes sense if I'm a Pikachu, because then my Thunder, of course, is good against flying, so Thunder Shock should be able to take care of most of the things on, I don't know if it's called Route 1 or whatever, the pallet down to the first city here. So this blue color that they're using right now was actually what Pokemon Red and Blue sort of looked like. That was the color of their Game Boy. So if you want to know what the original games looked like, here it is. So even though it says, so I deliver the parcel, let's see what that is, the custom Pokeball, and he's going to ask me, if I remember correctly, to do a Pokebox and get all Pokédex and get all the Pokemon. Now, I'm not actually going to do that in this story, okay? I'm not going to grind to find all the Pokemon or anything. This is just sort of a story playthrough. I'm going to have my 6 Pokemon to start with an average of 520 stats, as I said, and we're just going to go through the story, try and battle the gyms, try and go through sort of, just sort of go through it fairly, not super quickly, but relatively quickly. Back originally, the whole thing that made this fun and wonderful was, you know, they gotta catch them all was sort of the thing, and you know, you could hook up a cord. This is back in 95 or 96 or 97 or 98, where the internet was just coming in, and I think the first one you had to actually put a cable between the two Game Boys, and you could trade the Pokemon. So so yeah, I of course was a little bit older when I started there, so I didn't have, none of my friends played Pokemon, so I just sort of secretly played it myself there. So there we go, we got the town map. Town map is very helpful for organizations, so let's see, just to make sure if I remember how this goes here, because it's been a few years since I played this. So Town, Route 1, Viridian, Diglett's Cave, Peter City, Mount Moon, Cerulean, Sea Cottage, Vermilion, St. Anne's, Rock Tunnel, Route 76, oh, okay, so there's quite a bit of, and the nice thing with this game too is that the monsters sort of keep you, you know, in relative levels, because you can only fight monsters around your level, right? It's hard to, like, you could technically, I guess, grind for hours and hours and hours to get through this original little thing, but generally, like, you stay about 2 or 3 levels ahead of the Pokemon that you're fighting, right? Just for the pace of the game. So, and there's, what they do is, depending on the items you have, you can get different places, so they put sort of natural blockades so they control where you go. So this is a fairly linear storyline. The future games make it more open, but this original one's pretty linear. So okay, so we're going to here to save, and I think right about now I'm going to magically get the rest of my team. So I'm going to pause it here in a sec here, and when we come back, hopefully we'll have more Pokemon. Alright, thanks for watching. Here we go. Okay, save the game, and be back in a minute. Okay, it seemed like no time really happened at all, and we're back. It's a lot louder volume for some reason. Hopefully I can fix that up later, because the volume shot up here, but that's okay. So this is my team, what it's going to be. It's, we got Pikachu, Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Dratini, and Meowth. So Pikachu is going to evolve to Raichu, Charmander will be Charizard, Bulbasaur will be Venusaur, Squirtle will be Blastoise, Dratini will be, I can't even think now, the here, and perks. You're going to the Pokemon League? Forget it. You probably don't have any badges. The guard won't let you see. True. By the way, your Pokemon check this trainer. Here we go. Here wants to fight. By the way, we never fought. Luckily he's got a bird Pokemon, so that's should also remember, we never did enough to get 2 TM slaves, so if you don't know what those are, there's ability to TM that give, each one's the things that allow you to get past parts of the game, so they're really useful. So, what's also included generally can do is, sorry, I'm just switching it out so we can focus, make sure that you have all the transfers that disparity all the slaves, and stuff like that, with that from Pokemon. So every slave is also being given 2 leaves, 1 to 2 level water, things that are necessary in your food systems, and then another one just to like fire and flash and stuff. So I think we're probably going to wrap this up here. When you guys want to, I'm probably going to give 2 levels to each Pokemon. I think that's what I'm going to do off camera. Just to help me up a little bit so that you guys can level up a bit more. I think it's